Quite a while ago I showed you a photo album of a lot of my Star Wars stuff that I took maybe in the 90s and stuff like that. This is more or less the same, but it's got more, some Star Wars stuff, but also like going away abroad in the 90s and stuff like that, and a few other odds and ends, so might be of interest. So this is Chicago when I went in 95, so 25 years ago almost. So yeah, I've got family there. I mean, coming from the UK to Chicago, you know, because I mean London was so, back then was so relatively flat. I'm sure some arseholes have taken this statue down. Alexander Hamilton. Sears Tower. I mean, you know, beautiful city. It's just blighted by crime. That's Rock and Roll McDonald's in Chicago. I'm not sure if that's Chicago, or I guess it must be. Yeah, I would have. There's a building in Port of Spain, Trinidad, that looks a lot like that now. Chicago. That's probably from the Sears or the John Hancock. Half a lifetime ago. So you've gone to Shed Aquarium. That's the place I was staying at. Family there. Chicago. Oh, some of this is Trinidad now. I think that's Chicago still. Yeah, because it's got the date. The days we used to use photographs, and so this is Trinidad. That's the Parliament House. So my dad was from Trinidad, so that's my cousin's house. He came to England and then he went back. He's kind of a big shot over there. He's a lot older than me. That's my aunt's parrot. That dog was, we're going back such a long time ago now, 98. Port of Spain. This is the capital. There's been a lot of trouble in like America now, and even in London there's been a lot of trouble. So you know, there's been a lot of trouble in Port of Spain with this Black Lives Matter load of nonsense. That's Mount St Benedict's. This is a northern range. This is the mountains in Trinidad. These are the old colonial type houses in Port of Spain. This is the zoo in Trinidad. So these animals you find more in South America, but Trinidad's so close to Venezuela that a lot of the animals, you know, I love going to, I'm quite interested in animals and stuff like that. Every time I go to Trinidad I go see this crocodile. I think the last time I went he was moving the most. That would have been 2014. But most of the time he's just lying there. Tortoises. San Fernando Hill. It's where I stay in Trinidad, the main place. So this is where my dad grew up, in Tunapuna, in a place called Page. So my cousin lives, my uncle lives, my dad's brother lives next door, and they got the shop there. Cool. Such a different way of life to the UK and London, and you know. There's me there. So I've been about 28 then. Obviously, these are the, what do you call them? These kids will be grown up now. What do you call them? Knockoffs or bootlegs. This is the Port of Spain again. These are guys. My cousin there. He's about 9 years younger than me. These are friends of another cousin's. It's Coca-Cola building in Trinidad. That's me in 1990 in Paris. Such a long time ago. It's Paris again. Stuff I've made. Gosh, I remember making that. That's such a long time ago. That'd be about 95. You just mould it and paint it up. Done alien mask with the same method. Spider-Man I painted years ago, about 93, 94. Jim Morrison I painted years ago. This dinosaur head, I moulded it all and painted it. It's all made of sort of toilet paper. Once I find that, I'll show you the real thing. So I did that in 95. Very cool. Should get back into doing this sort of stuff. So it's all made out of toilet paper that's been wet and then allowed to dry, moulded, and pretty cool. It's my room in the 1980s. Some Star Wars stuff still. CDs. Some artwork. My Amstrad, you know, Amstrad player. With the cassette decks, twin cassette decks. Very nice. My wardrobe. So annoyed my mum threw this away. Because I had this since the maybe late 70s. So I put tons and tons of stickers over the years. So many different stickers. ET stickers, superhero stickers, Emerald transfers, Zoids there. So cool. Oh, that rotten mask I made, I'll show you that. Hopefully I've got a photograph of that. Yep. This mask thing, it's a rubber skull, but I've covered it in tissue and made it look gruesome. I remember making that. I painted this. Didn't quite finish it, but it's more or less, you know. Wish I'd kept it and taken better care of this picture. That's this drawings over a photograph. From a Commodore 64 game, I can't remember which one. This painting I did. Yeah, I can't remember. And there's my Jim Morrison. Some more drawings. This stuff I did when I was still at sixth form. That skull. The pink fleshy tongue. Ugh, gross. Spider-Man. You can see that I'm moulding the dinosaur head that I showed you earlier. I've just done the first part. These are the alien heads I've done. This one was meant to be Spider-Man, but it didn't really look like him, so I turned it into an alien sort of mask. This Yoda I did in around 2000. I still have that. Boba Fett, this I did when I was 16. This I did when I was about 22. You can see how clear it is. Now it's all turned, the paper's just turned brown more or less. Keeps on fading. Some bits and bobs there. This is the model kit of the sand person. Vinyl kit. It's really easy to put together. So there's my Spain, Comet Spain figure. Mr. Domo Toys has just got one of those. There's my NPC before I painted it, the model kit. Dinosaur. There's the mask, unpainted and then painted up. That's a painted one. So I moulded 3 of them. This is when I was collecting the Power of the Force figures. Shame they're out of focus. There's a Chewbacca with a THX. Euro cards, long and short saber. Boba Fett. I've got graded one of those since. All the books I got. So these have been what I was collecting in the 90s. So original copies of the Han Solo novels. THX, Han Solo Legacy, Empire. That book's really tough to find. The Making of the Empire Strikes Back. Splinter the Mind's Eye. Original copy, reprint. Star Wars. I think that's the young readers version. There's a reprint there. Original copies of the Lando Calrissian books. Those 3 there. Heir to the Empire. So these pictures are from half a lifetime ago. Dark Empire comics. These I took around 1992, just photographing my vintage figures that I had saved from the time. Magazines I'd collected at the time. Famous Monsters. Cinefex. There's Collector's Special. Really good magazines. Comics that I've collected, including 107. Oh, that's 107, sorry. Other Marvels there. Bits and bobs. I painted that Han Solo. It's a vinyl kit. I think it's AMT. Yeah. Still got it, but it's really deteriorated. All my Star Wars toys, like the Millennium Falcon, the Rebel Transport, all my figures. Imperial Base. Pretty cool. Spawn figures. Other figures I had, like the Kenner Predator laser shot. Lava Planet. Some Toy Biz. Some Star Wars. Venom number, I think that's number 1. Yeah. Predator, like, you know. I mean, they've just reissued this by NECA, haven't they, in this sort of style. More of my Star Wars vintage figures. Spawn. Applause. Lando. My Empire Strikes Back 32 back Yoda. Spawn figures. That's the die-cast Action Master, I think it's called. Some of my figures I got. So I got those 2 when I bought that Yoda, which is the 32 back. I got these 2 as well, which are R2 sensor scope tri-logo. It's R5D4 tri-logo. This back of a Palatoy card. Bognor Regis, it's about 97. Bognor Regis Cinema. Great place. Very cheap. goodness, this is where I used to live in, where is it, North Kensington, and some guys were on the roof, so I took a picture. Scout Trooper, Battlefront, some other stuff. Some more bits and bobs. Nice C-3PO, Luke X-Wing. That's a resale, unfortunately. Monkey stuff I got. My moped I had in 1990. This is something cool. This is a miscard. I need to show it, dig it out sometime. It's a Biker Scout on an R5D4 card. It just looks so cool. Han on the trench coat. So I already had that one. Luke Jedi on the Powder Force. Luke Stormtrooper. Some of the episode 1 figures. Some of the Powder Force. They came out just before the episode 1 figures came out. I think these are the only 2 ones I got back in the day. There's my what do you call it? Boba Fett. Which, so I showed this last year. This Darth Vader signed by Dave Prowse Palatoy card. I got one recently that's not signed, so I'm glad I got that signed. Oh, this one's signed as well. Dave Prowse as Darth Vader on the miscard. That's the TIE Pilot on the 77 back, I guess. Probably could do with getting a better condition TIE Pilot. Dengar on the tri-logo. FX7 on the tri-logo. This is at some exhibition. Could be the 99 one. Or, yeah, I think it's the 99 one. Yeah, it's the one at the Barbican. There's my 21 back Death Star droid. Some other modern figures. There's my Palatoy Medane. I'd like to show that. Some cool figures there. This one's pretty cool. Disney, Leia, Blue Snaggletooth. This would be more recent, this picture. There's my 21 back Luke. Very nice. That's my Romba with coin, Powder Force. I showed these in 2010, both of these. I gave that to my mate, this Star Trek Rafa Khan Enterprise. That's my, I've shown this before. That's my AFA 75 Trollback. That's my free pack with the very rare green carded Lando. The only way you can get the green carded Lando is to get this pack. There's my Tebow Canadian card. Yesterday I got a Tebow on a US card. There's my Palatoy, I think it's 41 or 45 back. It's a Imperial Commander. And there's the Palatoy Medane. Shark Jaws. That's some artwork I've done. How fruity. Signed JR, you know. More Chicago there. I think it's Marina City. Chicago again. Chicago. I mean, I was totally blown away with the architecture. This, I think, is Regent's Park. This would have been an 80s picture. Lloyd's Building. It says there 96. This is Hyde Park. Be the 90s there. The old Marble Arts Theatre, Odeon would have been there. Maybe that's it. Post Office Tower, or BT Tower now. Just some building in London. Sky, Serpentine. So I hope you like looking at these pictures. Some are Star Wars, some are art, some are just going different places. So I hope you like looking at them. And the reason I'm making all these long videos is I'm planning to go to work there. Internet's really fast, so I'm going to load up all my videos at work tomorrow. Okay, so I hope you like looking at this stuff. Cheers, goodbye.